Hey up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Today I'll be doing my tips for round 9 of the 2022 NRL season. Last week I got 6 out of 8 correct. Let me know in the comment section below how many you got right. I apologise in advance. If there's any background noise that you can hear, that's because all the windows and doors are open. It's very hot where I live at the moment. 38 degrees today. England's going through a heat wave. Absolutely scandalous. But it's going to be the same temperature tomorrow, and then hopefully after that it gets back to normal. But let's not get sidetracked with the weather. We're here to talk about the NRL, and we'll start with the first match, which is kicking off on Thursday night. This one's between Parramatta and Brisbane. This one's being played at the Western Sydney Stadium. Parramatta in 6th at the moment, Brisbane in 5th. Parramatta have won their last 5 encounters against Brisbane, and the last time that Brisbane won in Parramatta was in round 1 of the 2016 NRL season, the season opener. They won that 17 points to 4, and I remember that game because it were Clint Gutherson's debut match for the Parramatta club. Brisbane's welcoming back a few players for this game, and with Parramatta, even though they've won the last 2 weeks, I'm a bit concerned with how they're finishing games. It's like they get to the 65th or the 70th minute mark and they just clock off. And in both matches against West Tigers and New Zealand, they've let them come back in and they've made the scoreline a bit more respectable instead of just putting them to the sword. And with Brisbane's scoring at least 20 points a match throughout this year, and their attack's quite good. And I'm just not too sure how Parramatta is going to go against a side that actually has a good attack. For this match, I'm going to go for Brisbane to win. I know it's a flip of the coin, but I'll go for Brisbane to win by 1 to 12 points there at the Western Sydney Stadium. I just have a feeling that they're going to win. And also, it just seems to be a theme whenever Adam Reynolds is the halfback and he's playing against Parramatta, he tends to embarrass Parry. So I'm going to go for Brisbane to win by 1 to 12. On the Friday, the first of the 2 games, the first one is between St George and Manly. This one's being played at Canberra Oval, and it sees St George in 11th and Manly in 8th place. For St George, they've won 6 out of the last 10 encounters against Manly, and also with Manly going to Canberra Oval, the last time that they've won there was in round 9 of the 2014 season. They won that match 21 points to 12. Despite St George's recent good record against Manly, I will go for Manly to win this game by 1 to 12. I think St George will give them a game, but Manly have hit a bit of form the last couple of weeks, and I'll go for Manly to win again. So Manly 1 to 12. The second game on the Friday, the main game, is Newcastle against Sydney Roosters. This one's being played at Marathon Stadium, or McDonald Jones Stadium as it's known now. Newcastle in 13th and Sydney Roosters in 9th. Sydney Roosters have won 8 of their last 10 encounters against Newcastle, and they had a good win last week against St George there on the Central Coast. Newcastle have had a pretty bad year, and I was looking at the team list for this match, and it looks like they might be missing a couple of players. I'm going to go for Eastern Suburbs to win this match by 13 plus. I think that even though they're missing a couple of players as well, they're welcoming back a couple. So I'm going to go for Eastern Suburbs to win 13 plus on the Friday. The first match on the Saturday is between Canberra and New Zealand. This one's being played at GIO Stadium. Canberra sat in 10th at the moment. New Zealand sat in 12th. Canberra's won 6 of their last 10 encounters against New Zealand. However, I've been looking at New Zealand's recent trips to Canberra, and they have an alright record there. They've won a couple of games, so it's not exactly a place that they dislike going to. However, after Canberra won the way that they did last week, I think that they would have got a lot of confidence after beating Melbourne. So I'm going to go for Canberra to win 1 to 12. I hope this is not another case where they put in a Jekyll and Hyde performance, but I will go for Canberra to win 1 to 12 over New Zealand on the Saturday. The second game on the Saturday is between Penrith and Cronulla Sutherland. This one's being played at Penrith Park. Penrith in first at the moment, runaway league leaders by 8 points, and Cronulla sat in third. Cronulla's actually got the better of the head-to-head between the two sides over the last 10 meetings. Cronulla's won 6 out of the 10 games. The last time, however, that Cronulla won at Penrith was in round 18 of the 2018 season. They beat Penrith 24 points to 12. With this match as well, Penrith are welcoming back a lot of players that were rested last week, and they're on an 8-game win run at the moment. They're 8-point clear at the top of the table. I think that this won't be 13 plus, but I can't not pick Penrith, so I'm going to go for Penrith to win 1-12 over Cronulla on the Saturday. And the final match to close out the Super Saturday is between South Sydney and Melbourne. This one's being played at Stadium Australia. South Sydney in 7th, Melbourne in 4th. Melbourne have won 9 of their last 10 matches against South Sydney, and overall their record over South Sydney since they come into the competition is, well, it's just so one-sided, it's not funny. There's been 36 matches played. South Sydney have only got the 5 wins out of them 36 games. So that's all I need to say about that. However, Melbourne's on a 3-game losing streak at the moment, first time since 2015, and South Sydney's on a 3-game winning run. And this is potentially one of the games of the round, especially if some of the big names for South Sydney fire. I'm actually going to go for the upset here. I'm going to go for South Sydney to win 1-12 over Melbourne on the Super Saturday. I just noticed, and from what I've been told, once Pappenhausen went down in that match against Canberra, they were a totally different side, and with him out for the year, I still think that they'll play finals. They'll probably still make the top 4, but I'm just going to go for South Sydney. I think they're on a good win streak at the moment, and I think they'll continue that against Melbourne. The first game on the Sunday is between Canterbury Bankstown and the Gold Coast. This one's being played in neutral territory at the Western Sydney Stadium in Parramatta. Canterbury in 14th at the moment, the Gold Coast in 15th. Gold Coast have the slightly better head-to-head against Canterbury going into this fixture. They've won 6 of the last 10 meetings against Canterbury, and they've won their last 3 encounters against Canterbury as well. However, with the Gold Coast, they are on a 7-game losing streak at the moment, and they're currently sat second last. And I've noticed since Mick Potter's taken over at Canterbury, they've been a much better side. Even though they haven't been winning every week, their attack's been better, the defence has been better, and they look like a much better outfit. So I'm going to go for Canterbury to win on the Sunday. I'm going to go for them to win 1-12 over the Gold Coast, and I think that it'll be a good match, but I just see Canterbury edging it in the end. And the final game to close out round 19 of the 2022 NRL season is between North Queensland and West Tigers. This one's being played at the Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. North Queensland sat in second at the moment, West Tigers dead last. With West though, they've won 7 of their last 10 meetings against North Queensland, and they've won their last 3 encounters in Townsville, which is a good sign for West Tigers supporters out there. However, West Tigers are on a 6-game losing streak at the moment. North Queensland have won 8 of their last 10 matches. They're welcoming back some players that were rested over the Origin period, and I'm going to go for North Queensland to win 13 plus. I think it's going to take a minor miracle for West Tigers to get a result there up in Townsville. I'm going to go for North Queensland to win 13 plus. So anyways everyone, that's been my tips for round 19 of the 2022 NRL season. Hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know who you're tipping. I'll be doing some more videos this week. I've got my Super League tips coming out tomorrow, and then on the Wednesday, View from the North podcast with Just Rugby League. It's going to be episode 11. Make sure that you tune in for that. This has been Rugby League History. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.